Cosmic Exploration was just released, and this is a condensed guide to get you started with the content and progressing as quickly as possible. Timestamps are available as there are a lot of concepts to get through. Reasons why you would want to do this content include leveling your crafters and gatherers, getting crafter or gatherer relic weapons, getting valuable rewards including items that you can sell on the market board. These can range from outfits, mounts, housing items, music scrolls, materia of course, and much more. Contributing to your server and seeing something come up. Many people weren't here for Ishgardian Restoration, and this is a similar vibe for sure. Lastly, maybe you just like space stuff. Yeah, I do too. Requirements to join is to have a level 10 crafter or gatherer and finish Endwalker's main story. Endwalker, not Dawn Trail, so if you didn't do Dawn Trail, you can do this content. I will add that you shouldn't worry about gear. I myself certainly haven't, as there is an NPC named Gogieth that can sell you an entire set of gear for your level. This is what I'm personally doing, as I haven't done any crafting or gathering this expansion other than leveling Culinarian for overmelds. And honestly, so far I felt no penalties or issues doing Cosmic Exploration. To unlock Cosmic Exploration, go to Old Charlian near the pier at coordinates x 12.6, y of 13.6, you talk to Naming Way, and then you'll be taken to the moon. You can return back to the Cosmic Exploration Zone at any time by going to Driving Way located in Bestway's Burrow in Mare Lamentorum at coordinates of x 22, y of 13.4. Upon arrival, you will get bombarded with a lot of information at once, and you can absolutely use the help guide for more details if you don't think what I'm going to say is sufficient. However, I'm going to do my best here. The main user interface that you will be using an extensive amount in this content is going to be this blue square. And when I say an extensive amount, I really do mean it. The question mark is going to open the in-game help documentation. The fish and saw icon is going to open the Cosmic Class Tracker, where each crafter and gatherer you can see your progress in each. Beside that is Cosmic Research, which is tied to the crafter gatherer relic. This is on a per job basis. In the user interface, you can see a progress bar to level up the crafter gatherer relic to the next stage. Very much worth noting is the max number here. There does appear to be a cap on the amount that you can hold at once. That means that you're going to need to talk to the NPC Researching Way at the central hub and dump your research points there once you meet the minimum threshold, but between like the minimum threshold but lower than the max, because you don't want to overcap. At this point, that's all there really is to it. He will then give you a Cosmic Relic for your job when you do this. It's going to start at level 10, and then it's going to slowly upgrade. I have actually tossed the relic out of my inventory, and at least so far, that hasn't impeded me able to progress it, because what am I going to do with the level 10 thing? Infrastructure Index just says how far your world has gotten in building up the Cosmic Exploration Zone itself. You can review this in the video log if you want. This will also have a total progress bar at the top, which apparently you can also set an alarm with. I can't click it though. Yeah, maybe I just need to wait for like tomorrow or next weekly reset. I have no idea. Stellar Successes is what it is called, but they are literally daily quests. That's probably the more familiar term with everyone else. You also will get long-term quests under here that will last the entire time that we're on the moon. The daily quests, when done, will land you Cosmocredits and 1,000 Lunar Credits. 1,000 Lunar Credits is exactly how many you need to either buy a pilot ticket for a mech or one spin of rewards, but more on those two concepts later. Mech Ops button just lets you register to try and be a mech pilot, and when I say try, I do mean try, when a mission opens up for it. Reality is you will only open this to either apply to be a pilot or teleport to the location if you are chosen as a pilot. Stellar Missions tab is one that you will be pressing a massive amount. I almost wish that I could keybind it honestly. This is where everything that you do in this content will be based out of, which is why I left it to the end. So each individual job gets its own progression within the Stellar Missions tab. For instance, mining and botany do not overlap, as you can see me swap between the two jobs. In here, you can notice that I'm on what is called provisional missions. This is your filler content between other activities that I will cover later. Each mission will have rewards, which you can see include experience, Cosmocredits, lunar credits, and a job-specific cosmic currency related to the cosmic relic. Also inside this window you can see objectives, and the mission objectives can range widely, such as for botanist, sometimes it wanted me to simply collect a bunch of items in a time limit, sometimes it wanted me to proc what is called Gatherer's Boon. It's honestly nice to have the diversity in objectives. It makes it a lot less monotonous than it otherwise probably would be. In here there is a lot more text. Mostly for our concerns it boils down to just do the mission. It's level synced and to not think so deep into it. Now, I mentioned earlier that each job progresses through the stellar mission system independently, so see on my mining job that I have Class D missions. This is introductory missions. At the bottom of this panel you can see requirements for Class C missions, which is just completing 3 Class D missions. Now if I go to Botanist, you can see that I have Class B missions unlocked, and that the requirements to unlock Class A missions are to finish 5 Class B missions, where 3 Class B missions are gold rank or above. Alrighty then, so how do we track that? In this menu you can see that missions with a check mark beside it, or a gold award, or nothing. Gold award means that you got gold in that already, nothing beside it means that you either didn't get like a bronze or silver rating, like you failed it, or more likely is that you just didn't even attempt it. Check mark means that you did it, but you didn't get gold. A button that you should always hit, especially if you're like on gathering jobs, is the display on map button, which will indicate exactly where you need to go. Oftentimes you don't need to even travel, and you can chain different events together. I myself have already been able to do that a few times. When you're ready, just press initiate at the zone. I really do not recommend you pressing initiate when you're outside of the zone. It's yeah, a lot of them are timed, and that will really screw you out of it. If you ever want to evaluate your total progress on your jobs, you can press the mission log and it'll show you everything that you've done or not so far for that particular job. Last thing here is the Cosmocredit and Lunarcredits on the user interface. Cosmocredits you exchange for items at Mesula de Gana no Queef. Lots of stuff that you can sell or glam there. Likewise, the market bar on each server is going to be different, and so before you overcap on your Cosmocredits, make sure that you talk to Mizo Madonna Lajana Queef and you get some items from them. Lunar credits are going to be used for 2 things. Spinning for high value rewards at Orbiting Way for 1,000 lunar credits, or spending 1,000 lunar credits for a pilot ticket at I'll. You can acquire this pilot ticket whenever. You use this pilot ticket, opening the Mech Ops tab and pressing the apply as pilot button in that user interface. That's exactly where you spend it. You don't talk to I'll. You can do that wherever you are on the map. Don't waste your time going back. Now, what you get for piloting the big mech is what is called a Big Bang ticket, which makes the Orbiting Way NPC freak out, but ultimately I personally still only got fucking dies from my spin from it. So yeah, RNG, as per usual, hates me, and I've said it for years, RNG hates me and continues to very much hate me, and so I fully expect to never get this mount dead ass. So let's talk about those Mech Ops events in detail here. They're going to happen randomly. We already went over how to get the pilot ticket. You talk to I'll, 1,000 lunar credits, then you queue to try and be a pilot in the Mech Ops event tab, emphasis on try. For everyone else, you can go and be a ground ops, and basically you run around doing activities on the small stuff that's going on, and you turn in items at those green gold post hubs if your inventory is filled. Please don't overcap your inventory and never go in. That's really all you do as a ground ops. Then you get your rewards at the end. Very, very, very vital to note, because I am pretty sure people are still, even weeks into this, gonna run to the events. You do not need to run to the Mech Ops event location from the base, or wherever you're at. You don't need to run across the map. You should always be using Stellar Return to go back to the base, and if you're a ground ops, you can talk to I'll, and I'll will teleport you to the location if you're ground ops. So please don't waste your time running around. Now, if you're a pilot, from that Mech Ops pilot menu that you applied on, you can be teleported immediately to that location. You don't even need to talk to I'll. Now, the rewards for this event at first glance, when you see that pop-up window, seem like garbage. 40 Cosmo and 40 lunar credits. Yikes, fam. I could have gone so much more just doing the standard missions. I wouldn't need to wait, wouldn't need to queue, wouldn't need to teleport, any of that crap. right? That seems like it, at least, right? The trick here that I don't think is stated clearly enough in the user interface is that ground ops will get you a special buff for participating that buffs the credits that you get for doing the standard stellar missions that we spoke of earlier, your bread and butter missions. You get this buff for 20 stellar missions, so by all means don't join the Mech Ops as a ground support unless you run out of these 20 missions. You can view this seemingly only from the stellar missions tab, where the initiate button will have an upwards arrow indicating bonus rewards, and you can hover over it to see the number of bonuses that you have left. This will carry over between jobs, so don't feel like, oh no, I'll lose it if I swap. It carries over. So realistically, the rotation is to do stellar missions as your bread and butter content and participate in whatever Mech Ops appears only when you actually need this buff. If you already have a stack of the buff, who cares? Don't join. Waste of time. Now, the next big thing to talk about is the infrastructure index, which will indicate how much progress you have towards the next big progression event. This is something that I will say you should drop almost anything that you're doing for and get on a particular job that you want to level, as the experience gain for participating in this event is absurdly high. Just participate, do whatever it tells you to, and enjoy very easy experience on that job. It should be noted that you have a massive, truly massive amount of time that you're informed before it will start, and then it has a very long duration that it goes on for. The actual event itself goes on for a long time, so don't stress out too much. Just make sure to get there. Like if you're, how to say it, I myself literally did a hunt train because I want the tombstones and I didn't want to grind a bunch of experts today, and I just want to cap it really quick. So I did a hunt train during this event, no joke, and then I still got for rewards, as you can see on the screen. Now, I have literally waited hours and hours to edit this video, and the event hasn't popped. There's gonna be like a very critical event that can happen, and the sky's gonna turn red, there's gonna be meteorites falling, and that seems to be totally RNG. I have not seen a single one, and I have been waiting to release this video for hours, so I'm going to get it out before I see it, which is unfortunate. But to the best of my knowledge, the rewards of that should be superb, and you should absolutely prioritize that if you get the chance to. With that, that is really all there is to Cosmic Exploration. I don't think that there's any point in embellishing anything in particular. Get rewards, do the activities, get the buff, and then do stellar missions with the buff, and that's kind of about it. I hope this video helps you guys out, and with that, I am gonna peace out.